Good morning, everyone. I know this is not the ideal way to walk you through a lesson, something that I hoped to be able to do in class, but we may be doing this more often than we think in the next couple of weeks, so we will give it a shot. What I want you to get accomplished before you leave for spring break is I would like this entire sheet, this entire packet completed. I'm hoping, and most of you who I helped in class yesterday or took a look, most of you have a really good run into these first 5 pages on the special interest. And from what I gathered and looked around, most of you are close to being done or are done with these first 4 pages. If you're not, you need to get this done. I think you may feel like you're just going through and filling out a worksheet here, which you are, but you're acquiring important knowledge on where money comes from in our government. And I think as an informed citizen, we just have to be aware of what groups are contributing the most to the people sent to represent us in Congress. So if you haven't completed this, remember you are working off of this opensecrets.org, which you can see here. And you're doing all your searches from there. If you get confused on where you're supposed to be, just come back to these titles up here, and I have tried to give you the path to figure out where on the site you should get the correct information. But what I want to do is very briefly walk you through how to complete this Congressional Power Index. This is a interesting tool that we can use, and this is so we know what money comes in to our representatives. Now we want to try to figure out what influence the people that we send there have. And there are a lot of different ways that factor into what makes a congressman or senator influential. So a government teacher developed somewhere, I believe he was out in New Jersey somewhere, developed this power index, which I think is kind of fun. And so it is simply where you're going to walk your way through this and award points to our 2 senators and Representative Finkenauer if they fall under certain criteria. I think the best website to use for this one is this govtrack.us. And I have created a link, a hot link, on our Canvas page. If you come to our Canvas page, and we are currently sitting in Unit 3, this will help you so you don't have to do any of the typing and making sure that you're on the right site. There's a couple different ones that you're going to use here. Here are the links to the Open Secret if you're still working on the first 4 pages. But once you're ready to get into the index, come to govtrack.us and you'll come. That link will take you directly to our senators page, or our page from Iowa. That was definitely the wrong one. Let's try that again. If you come to this link, I have this one, and it should bring us right to Iowa. If you just go to govtrack.us, you can figure out a way to come to Congress, go to Members of Congress, and find Iowa, and you'll get to right here. Okay. So what you are doing on this sheet, right? I kind of recommend maybe just going down the entire thing. We'll start with Senator Grassley, and we'll work through these 10 criteria. And by 10, I clearly mean 11. So we come to the top, and you will know, like the very first one, is the major party is Charles Senator Grassley of the majority party in chamber. We know that the Republicans, you should know now that he is a Republican, and so Ernst is a Republican, and Finkenauer is a Democrat. Of course, that's not going to work, right? You should remember from last unit that we were talking about that the Republicans are the majority party in the Senate. The Democrats are the majority party in the House. So both of our senators are a member of the majority party. So that's a yes. That means they get 3 points. So those two each get 3 points. Finkenauer is a Democrat in the House. The House is the Democrats are the majority party in the House. So Finkenauer also gets 3 points. That one's pretty straightforward, easy. Now you're going to get into the digging into it. What I really want you to make sure that you're paying attention to is what I am saying in all of these places over here, right? Pay attention to what's in the italics. So let's do one more together. Senator Grassley. Does Senator Grassley hold any formal elected party leadership post in the Senate? All right, so now this is where we come to Charles Grassley, and we'll get a little bit of a profile here, right? And we'll take a look at here. It tells you where he's from and when he's up to. He's the president pro temp of the Senate, a party leadership role. Party leaders focus more on setting the party's legislative priorities and introducing legislation. So this says he is a party leadership role. But when I come back here, I'm looking for leadership roles that actually probably have some power to it, all right? So we know he can't be the Speaker of the House because that's in the House. Is he the majority leader in the Senate? No. Is he the minority leader in the Senate? No, because his party is in the majority. Is he a majority whip? Is he an assistant minority leader, minority whip? He is none of those. Is he a Democratic conference chair? No. Is he a conference secretary? No. So since he has none of these specific leadership roles, we are going to give him 0 points. If you felt like you wanted to give him something as president pro temp, maybe you can give him 1 to make him feel better. But these are the leadership positions that hold that power. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Okay, if, for example, you're going to get into Senator Ernst might be one of these lower ones. She could earn a point. Okay, Finkenauer, brand new representative, she's not going to have any of these leadership positions, as you will find out. So you're just working your way down it. When you get to the rows in blue, that's where I'm going to ask you if they are indeed, if he was the majority leader, then this is where you would place majority leader, right? Senator Ernst does have a leadership position. Once you figure out what that is, you will type it in there. Now we're going to go through and figure out, okay, now are they a chair? Are they a chairperson of any specific money committee? Should be no surprise for you that if you are in a leadership position in a money committee, you are going to have more power than other senators. So let's take a look. All right. If we can scroll down here, you'll see committee membership. Hey, look, he is the chairperson on the Senate Committee on Finance. That looks like a money position. Make sure it's on here. Okay. Committee chairs get a 5. There's your House and the Senate. The money committees are appropriations or finance. We just looked. Senator Grassley is the chair on the Senate Committee of Finance. So he gets 5 points. And here I will type that he is the chair of finance. Okay, so that's what you're doing. You just work your way down one. I would stick with one senator until you're all the way at the end. Okay, you're going to come down here. Is he a chair on any other committee? All right, vice chair. No, not worried about. Well, we could call that a vice chair. He's the thing. So he's on the vice chair and joint committee of taxation. So we can give him, we'll give him 4, even though he's a vice chair. And then here I would say joint committee on taxation. All right. Is he a chair on any other subcommittee? I notice that he is on maybe some lower committees, right? But I do not see that he is a chair on any committee. So we will just give him a 0 for that one. Okay. If he was a chair, then I would list that. Again, one of these other Senator Ernst or Finkenauer, they could be. So, excuse me. So you're going to walk your way all the way down this list. Okay. When you get to some of this election criteria, you may want to look at some other sites, especially in this financing one. You've learned how much money they have from that opensecrets.org, but you could also go to the FEC site, which I have linked on there as well, and do a search for them. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. Just be aware that you're putting nothing in this index column. This is just telling you what points could be awarded. For the majority of the charts, you're simply putting numbers, right? Anything in the blue or italicized on your sheet, that's where you're actually going to type some information, right? Just answer the questions or answer the prompt that I'm putting over here. Okay. Then when it's all said and done, you check your math ability. You get through all 10 of them, right? Then you'll add them all up. Okay. Senator Grassley's, 57. Finkenauer's 105, right? Ernst is 24. I don't know. Those aren't real numbers. You're going to have to do that on your own. Then who's got the highest score? Okay. Tell me whoever's got the highest score is considered our most influential. Why do you think that is? Okay, just give me a 2 quick sentence evaluation of what's going on, right? Work hard. Like I know, hopefully you're in class. You got some time in class to get it done. If you're not in class, you now have a video to get it done. I want that packet completed. That's not part of your study guide. This, just like your other congressional pamphlet's, going to go in as a separate score. So make sure that if you can get this done by the end of class on Friday, give it to the sub or get it turned in, and I will try to get to school during spring break. Okay. So again, I apologize for not being there. Hopefully these instructions helped, right? And get it done, right? You'll see the message that I sent you. It's kind of dark. Have a great, restful spring break. See you on the other side.